Tim, I'm going to give a little summary of where we are in your book, and then you're going to take it away. Let's go, or, here we go. Okay. So we made Tim is doing a book. Tim, do you want to summarize your book or tell us what it's about? Are you in the mood?
Sure, it's not about much yet.
Well, come on.
Just kidding. Well, the first part, we're doing Arya Sanga's biography, which is it's actually a lot of fun, and we're learning a lot about stuff we haven't heard before. And it looks like we're going to be getting into the story that we know today.
Yeah. How long ago did he live?
Oh, a long time.
I'll call it 1,700 years ago. Yeah. So Tim's book is also almost 2,000 years old. And
we've been going through the early debates on defining what an innovator is, and defining what is it that makes something innovative and not something where you're following somebody else.
Yeah, good. So it's kind of a discussion on innovation, and especially inner innovation, innovation within the human being, inside of a human being, which I think is a very beautiful topic. Okay, I'm going to go to the text itself here. So actually, Tim, he's one of the newest translators, but he's making very good progress. Which is 6 folio sides. So in these ancient books, 1 page is actually 2 pages. They call it front side and back side. So when we say folio, it means 2 pages, front and back. And so when we say page, we say folio side. So Tim has covered 6 folio sides last term. Which is very, very fast. It's good progress. I don't necessarily think fast is better. For example, in words text, it's extremely difficult, and I'm not trying to finish it faster, but still it's nice if we finish before 60 years. Tim's book is actually 8 different books. It's a small encyclopedia about the perfection of wisdom. And we hear prajna paramita, we hear perfection of wisdom, borobolamido, and it's exciting to finally find out what is it, what is the perfection of wisdom. So that's his book, and there are actually 8 different volumes. The first chapter itself explaining the first chapter of what Master Asanga heard when the dog took him to the paradise realms. It will take 50 years to finish Tim's translation. Okay, so we have to figure out how we're going to do that. But it's an extraordinary deep book, and you might be interested to know we have found and cataloged over 200,000 ancient books in John Brady's project, ALL, and we have input about just about 1 million pages. We have typed in searchable about 1 million pages. They are free online. It cost us, I don't know, $8 to $10 million. And of all of those books, of all of those 200,000 books, the first one we ever typed in was this book. The catalog number for this book is 00001. And that's because it's the most important book that we could think of at that time. Okay. and we're making good progress. As I said, we're making good progress on the text. Our strategy in Tim's book and in several other books is to translate an ancient biography of the author. So, you know, there isn't a huge tradition of telling the story of the person who wrote the book. But Westerners, we are curious, you know, modern people, we like to know something about the person who wrote the book. So in Tim's text, each term, we will have 5 classes. And one of those classes is going to be the biography of the person who wrote the book down, which is Arya Sangha. So with that introduction, Tim, anything else, Tim, you'd like to add before that?
Just so everyone knows where we are in the biography, he was just born, essentially.
Okay.
We found out about how his mother wanted to bring back the teachings because they had degenerated significantly, but she felt as though being a woman in her time, she wasn't able to have the influence that she wanted to have. So she decided to have a child, and that's Arya Sangha. And we're just in a place where he's struggling a bit. Like he's memorized a ton of stuff. He's quite adept at the teachings, but he doesn't quite understand the actual meaning of the perfection of wisdom.
Cool. All right. So with that introduction, I'm just seeing up here on the screen Sunam. And by the way, I wanted to say one thing about Tim. Tim lives in Sedona. He's the director of ACI. He works really, really hard. And he has programs all year, deep programs. And he has put together a very large team around the world of translators and other people who are helping. And he just finished a program, 3-day program in Kyoto, Japan. And this was a Lamrim, or Steps on the Path program. We were supposed to have it in Vietnam. We had some trouble with the permit process takes like a year. We didn't know that. And so we just applied too late. And suddenly we had to change the program to Japan. And that program funds their organization for the whole year. So basically, we were struggling to get the funding. And I have to say that Tim pulled it together. We had a wonderful program in Japan. People came from all over the world. And due to a lot of people, for example, Sugeng and Shintian, we were able to make a lot of the budget for the whole year, which was our goal. And so it was a very, very last minute program. It was very difficult to pull it together in Kyoto, and Tim did a great job. Tim, in his free time, he runs the #1 hotel in Sedona, and the income from that hotel pays the salaries of our translators and a lot of our translation expenses, including Grandpa's salary. So I want to thank you, Tim, for your hard work, and I hope you have a long, healthy life so I can keep getting my paycheck. Okay. And thank you for your hard work for keeping the other organization going. All right.
Thank you. Thanks for your having a 70th birthday. And now that we talk about it openly, the band was amazing.
Yeah, the band was amazing. Somebody hassled me about the cost, so I said, I don't care. You know, I thought it was worth it. So anyway, Now you have to suffer, Tim.
I was going to hassle you about the cost, I think.
Yeah, you have to read this thing.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. And Sunam's going to check you. Sunam is the director of Diamond Mountain Retreat Center, and herself doing an extraordinary job, including building extraordinary white marble stupas at the retreat center. And thank you for that hard work. The retreat center looks the best it ever looked in 20 years. And that's because of the top boss there. All right, Tim, let's go.
Ene, Nakti Dorje Lopan Shikla,
Make some mistakes and go slow for Sunam.
Guntro Drawe Byang Shuwar.
Wang?
Is it Shu?
Shu, low tone, sure. Sunam, I'm not sure your microphone's on. Let's see. Okay.
Shuwar Sene. De Kilkor Tushukte Lakpe Lakangla Trelche Tang Hangla Sowa Tap Na Jin Lab Nur Akbe Tirmetok Dornwad Dorwana Metok Yam Nung Jam Nung La Bapso.
Nice. A couple of comments on the pronunciation here. Kyungkor, which means mandala, for no good reason, because it's a second column. It has a prenasal. So we say Kingkor. It sounds like Kingkor. Okay, and it means mandala. Okay, Kingkor.
So you drop the L sound.
Yeah, and you have a heavy prenasal on a second column, which is unprecedented almost. Okay.
Okay.
And then this D down here for Tor, this is not an English D, right? It's a Torwa. Okay, good. Dora means stone. Torwa means to throw something out. So see what I mean? So
Yeah, okay.
okay, Tor. Okay, then he met a Dorje Lopen.
Diamond Master.
Good, yeah, a master of the Diamond Way. And he studied, there's a Diamond Way teaching called Gyuto Drawa, which means, Trawa means a network shape, like a net, or it's often used for light rays coming in this kind of a net form. So Trawa can mean a fish net, but usually it refers to a network of light rays. And then Gyuto means something like emanation or magical appearances or something. So Gyuma means something like like a mirage or something like that. So the magic network or something. Okay.
So like light that will come off, like if you put it through a crystal and it spreads out.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. And in Sanskrit, I gave it to you down here. It's called Maya Jala. Okay, Maya, illusion. And Jala is that net looking lines. Okay, so Maya Jala. He Wang Shu means he requested that initiation. Zay is the polite word. And then he was able Shuk, which is past tense of Njuk.
Entered.
Yeah, he was allowed entrance into the Kingkor.
The mandala.
Yeah, into the secret world of this deity. Okay. And then there's this custom of metal torwa. Who can tell me? Metal torwa.
Throwing flowers?
Yeah, you drop a flower petal on the mandala. You close your eyes, you're blindfolded, you hold a petal. Normally it's the 5 Buddha families are flat on a mandala, and you take the petal in your fingers like this, and you close your eyes and you drop the petal. And then that petal will float down and land. Usually it lands on the floor. No, just kidding. Sometimes it does. where it lands, you see where is your third line here, del che. What's the chewa delwa with which la? What's that mean?
Which deity are you greatly connected to?
Yeah, which of these divine beings do you have a connection to? Tlakpa la means special, your special divine being. Tlakpa, okay, your super divine being. Who is it for you? Del Che means which one do you have a spiritual connection with from your past lives? Okay, where's Del Che means which one are you most connected to? And which one is gonna make Jinla come fast
Which was meant the blessing.
if you Solwan them?
You bow down to them.
This means you make requests, okay? So which of these like 5 Buddha family bosses is gonna help you reach your goals Nyorwa faster if you make a connection with them and you ask them for help? This breath talk, it means to check or to examine. So the purpose of dropping the flower petal is to check which divine being do you have the biggest connection to, and then you should focus your practice on them. Okay. So metal torwa usually means to throw out garbage, for example, or to rid yourself of bad qualities. But here it means to drop the flower petal. Okay. And that metal, bop means it landed on Jampa, Maitreya, okay, Lord Maitreya, okay. That flower petal landed on Maitreya, even though he was taking an initiation into Maya Jala, okay. Then, please keep reading. Sunam, you're still up. Just interrupt him randomly, it's fun.
Dene, Jetsun Jampa Drupla, Tenpa Tarwar Jao, Namtu Gongte Rija Kyangki Chuktu Druptun Chuk?
Hook.
Cook to Drup to Jonte, Losum to Drupe, Senma Chunse Kyangma Hongwei Kyote.
Good. Your reading is quite good. And by the way, Tim took some online classes to make his reading better. And I like the extra effort. I know you're extremely busy running ACI, running the hotels, making sure Grandpa gets his paycheck. But he took some online classes for pronunciation, and he's doing a really good job.
Все мои, у меня там виды были, еще что-то, ничего сейчас.
No, не сейчас можете говорить по-русски. Я не знаю, почему. Okay, and by the way, we're hoping to organize some classes with a native Tibetan speaker who lives in Japan. And I'm hoping Nick and Ben and maybe Tim can help. There is an excellent native speaker there who's a friend of mine for 25 years. And I hope we can get that together. Okay, your Tibetan will improve immediately. Dene Jetson Jampa. What's Jetson Jampa, Tim?
That's Lord Maitreya.
Yeah, and then droop. This droop is the active form, and it means try to reach. Like it's the word sadhana is based on this root. So it means in order to reach Maitreya, he wanted to droop. Droop means reach a divine being. Okay, so he wanted to reach Maitreya. Okay, why? Because he wanted to tarwa the temba.
He wanted to spread the teachings.
Yeah. And it's interesting that they mention his motivation here. It wasn't that he wanted to meet a secret deity face to face. It's that he thought if he could meet a divine being, then he could spread the teachings faster. Okay. De Nyam De, he thought to himself, Gong De means he had this intention. And he went to the Ri.
Went to the mountains.
He went to the mountain. The mountain's name is Chakang. Okay, Chakang. Here's the Sanskrit down here. Kukutabada. Okay, Kukutaka. Kukutaka is a kukukukuku. And
the bird.
it's an onomatopoeic chicken name. I think kukuru's in Russian. Anyway, kukutaka, kuku means a chicken, and pada means the leg. So that, that mountain must have had the appearance of a chicken leg. What's a similar mountain?
Rajagiri.
Yeah. What's the real name? Vulture's Peak, anyway. Jagapumbari. So anyway, and he went to a pook in that mountain.
A cave, maybe.
A cave. Okay. Pook means cave. And Jen means high honorific. He went in order to droop that hla.
Or to reach him, to meet him.
Yeah, nice. Jen Day. He drooped for Lo Sum.
3 years.
He tried for 3 years. And he didn't get the smallest senma.
The smallest sign of Maitreya.
Yeah, he didn't get the least message or anything from Maitreya. Nothing. Okay. And he got Gyowa.
He got upset.
Gyowa means discouraged. Okay. He got discouraged. Okay. He got really discouraged. There's the Kukuta definition, by the way. Okay, please read, and let's get somebody else picking on you. Who we got here? Rio, you want to pick on him? Rio just had a baby. I hope you can show us the picture. I think, by the way, I'm just warning everybody, when you start going to classes, you tend to have babies. I don't know what it is. Okay. All right. Tim, go ahead.
Cheer Tongpana. Gan. Never seen that word before. Gangpo.
Gembo.
Genpo. Genpo Shing Balki Bal. That's again, I've never seen that word. Is it Wal or Bal?
Ndup.
Where
Shingpel in Ndup me.
Shing Palki Dap Me.
Good.
Chaki Dongpola Hub Che Patone.
Nice. Okay. This cheer means to the outside, chiru. Okay. Tumba means to exit. Okay. So he left the cave. Okay. He walked out of his cave and immediately he saw a gembo. Gembo means an old man. Okay. And gen is an honorific word for your teacher. So you can say lama, you could say acharya, you can say guru, or you can say gembo, gen. Okay, and gen is sort of a friendly word to use in the house. If you're living with your teacher, you can call your teacher gen, which means elder one. Okay, hey gen, what's up? So gembo. He saw an old man. This shing is not and. This shing means tree, and pel means cotton. Shingpel, well, it means the wool of a tree, the fur of a tree, which means cotton. Okay, shingpel is the Tibetan word for cotton. Okay, dabma means literally a leaf, but it means a small pad or what do you call a cotton ball? Okay, this old man had a cotton ball, and he was rubbing Dongbo means any cylinder shape, like he was rubbing a chunk of steel shaped like a rod, but thick, like almost like a branch. Okay, thick as a tree branch, a piece of steel, chuck. And he asked the old man, "What are you doing? Why are you rubbing this big piece of steel with a piece of cotton?" And the old man said, "I'm making a cup." Tim?
Not a cup. I'm making a needle.
Yeah, I'm making a needle. I'm rubbing this huge piece of steel to make a needle. I'm rubbing it with a piece of cotton. Okay. That's the word we're looking for Gyalpo cup, right? Jaga Pumriti. Anyway, the keep of the king. Then let's read some more. Who else we got here to check you? I'm looking for somebody. Oh, there's Mr. Haggerty. Was really nice to see you in Japan. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, it was great.
We had a good time. He was my bodyguard. It was quite impressive. Okay, Tim, let's see if bodyguards can check your can guard your pronunciation.
Kapji Tarnjung Shedripe.
Good. Keep going.
Ningto Denpe Kebuyi. Drupna Mindrup Gangyang Me. Kayang Nakpa Mathorna. Riwo Namkyang Tower Lok.
Good. Okay, good. Kapjita Jung, he asked the old man.
Why are you doing this? Why are you making?
How the hell are you going to get a needle that way? Jita means how, Jung means come out. How are you going to get a needle by rubbing a huge piece of steel? I don't understand. And then the old man answers, if you have Ningtop, if you have heart power,
Courage.
yeah, now if you've got real courage, okay, that person, Kibu, any person who has real courage. Now, every Tibetan verb, well, many Tibetan verbs have two complete forms, meaning past, present, future, and imperative forms. So there's kind of 8 forms of every Tibetan verb. 4 for Chepapongosu Yupa and 4 for Chepapongosu Mepa. And that means not quite what we call in English passive or active forms, but rather one which indicates a direct agent and one which does not indicate a direct agent. And that you can say almost active and passive forms of the verb. So droop means if you try hard, okay, droop, 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 okay, you can droop anything, okay. If you try, achieve, yeah. So get this is a beautiful line to teach Tibetan verbs with, because droop, droop, droop means, by the way, it's less aspirated also. Droop instead of troop, troop, okay? Troop means you'll get a good result. Droop means try, okay? Droop. And you'll see that with a lot of verbs, okay? This line is perfect for learning that. There's nothing you can not droop. Sorry. There's nothing you cannot troop if you droop. What's that mean?
Nothing you can achieve if you just try.
Yeah, good. Okay. Even if it's kawa, even if it's difficult, okay? If you don't give up your nakpa, which I don't know the word, and I looked it up, it means patience, okay? If you don't give up your patience, and by the way, these stories are ancient. These stories are 1,000 years old, and There's going to be words here that we don't know. Okay. Riwa means mountain. Anybody know Tawa?
Dust?
Yeah, dust. And lok means to smash something to dust. Tawa lok means to reduce something to dust. If you knock at a mountain long enough, in the end, you will have a pile of dust. Okay. If you rub a steel girder with a piece of cotton long enough, you can make a needle. Okay. All right. It just depends on how much effort you want to put into it. Okay. That's the old man. By the way, and those people are always asking me, what's Tantra? What's Diamond Way? What's the secret teachings? It's that. He collected so much good seeds in the cave that as soon as he left the cave thinking he didn't achieve anything, he meets this old man rubbing steel with cotton that he created. And that's the secret teachings. That's the Diamond Way. He already succeeded, but he doesn't realize it. That old man was created by his seeds of practice. Okay. That's why he met the old man when he left the cave, because he was upset. All right. So like if you're upset at this book, that Tibetan is so hard to learn, just remember you created this book. All right, Tim. Dr. Haggerty, we're still with you.
All right.
Serway Sundru Songupar Gongne Largang Losum Du Sam Chete Drup Kyang. Okay, less aspiration.
Here we go. Yeah.
Drup Kyang Drup Way, something like that. I'll practice it later.
This is a mistake, actually. Let me fix that.
Drup A, right?
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Drup A Senma Kangyang Ma Jung Bei Kyote Wei
Chungwei. Good.
Chungwei Kyote Chirn Tanpana.
Good. You know all this stuff. Serwa means, by the way, ser in modern Tibetan means to claim, and it's a pejorative. It means to claim falsely. But in the ancient books, serwa just means he said. Okay. So here it just means he said. The old man actually replied with that poem, ser. And then Master Sangha decided, I have to Tsundu Tsom.
I have to make some great efforts.
Yeah, and Tsom means to start off like on a journey. It also means to write a book, to compose a book. But here it means I better get back and set myself to working harder. Good, I gotta do that. Gongne means he had that thought in his mind. Lar Yang means he went back again. Lar Yang, he went back again. Losum.
For another 3 years.
Yeah, I like this verb, tam che. Che means to cut, like Dorje Chupa is diamond cutter. Sam means that border between the retreat area and the place where you're not doing retreat. So Tsam means the retreat border. Samche is the verb to go into retreat. It means to draw your borderline. And then he doop.
Tried.
But he didn't doop.
Have the least bit of the littlest sign of any kind of achievement.
Yeah, like not a single moment when he saw Maitreya, for example. Therefore, he got Kyowa.
It discouraged again.
And he cheered Tumba again.
He left the cave.
Yeah, so cheer is a locative, chiru. He went to the outside, right? He left the cave. And then he saw, I'm thinking, Word, are you available?
Yes.
Can you check his pronunciation? Or if you're busy, you can ask your daughter to do it.
Chu Tekki, Drak Sepa Tongne, Sun Pe Yung Ring Bu Drup Gupar Tongne, Yang Lo Sum Tu Samche Te Drup Kyang, Drupe Senma Kangyang Ma Tongwana, Kyote Chir Tongpe.
Okay, I think you can. What's a tipa? Do you guys know Bindu?
A drop.
Yeah. Okay. He saw drops of water. Word. You want to take him through this paragraph? Grandpa, have a
Sure.
coffee.
Sure. What's chu? Tim.
That's water.
Okay.
Yeah. He. So what's chu tick in the sentence?
Was some drops. It's the subject. The drops of water.
Good.
Exactly. And they were in the drak or
They're on the on the cliff or something like that, like on the
yeah,
rocks.
yeah, rocks, cave, cliff, something like that. And he tongued that.
Saw those.
Sepa means it was digging out a hole in the rock. Okay.
So it was like the drops of water were washing away the.
Yeah,
No, they were like
wearing it out.
creating a new cave. You see what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, totally. And Sun Pei, we had Sun Drew earlier.
Like a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, and for a Yun Ring.
A long time.
Yeah. They drooped. They good droop.
They made lots. The water drops made lots of efforts to
Yeah,
away the problem.
they needed a lot of effort or something like that.
Yeah. No, he from the water drops, he realized that he would have to practice for a long time. Okay.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah, he tongued
he
that.
Yep.
He saw that, right?
Yeah.
And
good.
so for another Losum,
For another 3 years,
he samchade.
he made he went back into retreat.
Nice.
Yes. So that he could droop.
You try.
Yeah. Kyang once again to droop.
But however, he didn't have the singlest sign of meeting Maitreya.
Kang Yang Tsen, nothing. And so he got all kyo again.
Got all frustrated again.
Nice.
So he Shirtun.
And he went out of the retreat again. He left the cave.
Yeah.
Nice. Word. Why don't you read the next line with Tim?
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Timmy.
Jadru.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah.
Drak Sepa Tongte.
Mm-hmm.
Sun Chega Wargone.
Mm-hmm.
Lar Yang Lo Sum Samche Te Drup.
Yes. What's a cha?
Where is the cha?
The first word. It's
It's a
an
bird. It's a bird, isn't it? But
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And the dro of that cha, do you know dro?
it's sort of like the
we have it in.
basically the singing of the bird, like the sound it's make.
No, I think it's like the plumage or so the feathers or something.
Yeah. And where's the famous weird example of this word?
In drondok, it means to
Nice.
stick feathers on an arrow.
Nice. Which means to overestimate reality, right?
Yeah, to add stuff. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So the only other place we see this. So the feathers, he saw birds landing on a nest next to this solid rock mountain, and their drows were sepa, the talk.
Yeah, Tim. First water was sepa in the truck. Now feathers are.
Were whisking, I think, wearing away the.
Yeah, they were making a cave, just feathers, and he tongued this.
From solid stone. Where their wings touched the mountain from hundreds and thousands of trips to their nest, they were wearing away the stone, you know. He tong,
Mhm.
Saw that.
And so then Dadong,
I don't know what that was.
it's now like in presently. Now
it's an idiom and it means dadung means still more. Okay.
mm,
Still more. Yeah. Still have to tsumba.
They would have to make more efforts.
Good.
yeah,
He
he had this gong.
He had the thought or the motivation.
Yeah, so he had to go for Losum,
For another 3 long years.
La yeah, Lar Yang. Once
Lar Yang.
again.
Once again, yep.
Yeah, he samchade so he could hopefully droop.
Nice.
It made a retreat, but he went back in retreat to hopefully, well, to try again.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. He kept trying. Yeah. This droop is not achieved. This droop is to try to achieve. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Word, you want to do one more paragraph? Because Grandpa could finish his coffee.
Yes, it's very important. Go ahead, Tim.
Thank you, Word. Datar lo chuni su drup kyang drupe senma ma chungwe kyote tongne chinpa na kimorome bu
Mm-hmm.
bu shikwa
Mm-hmm.
rotusuk shinsawa shik tongne Ningje Lakpar Kete.
Mm-hmm. And Detar, in that way, for Lo Chukni.
For in those 12 years, he tried really, really hard.
Yeah, in those 12 years of dripping, he dripped and ma chung.
But nothing, he didn't get anywhere. He wasn't able to see anything.
Yeah, so he was all kyo again.
Now he's really discouraged. Like,
yeah, so he said, whatever, I'm gonna tunne.
Whatever, I'm done. I'm getting out of this.
Yeah. So he chimpa.
He left, went to the outside. He left.
Yeah, he bounced. And then he saw a chemo.
I believe this he saw the dog.
What kind? A mo of a key.
A female.
Yes, yeah, and but he just saw a row, the May row of that dog, like Sarah May.
The lower part. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, and it was all bushikwa.
Mangled up, I'm guessing.
It was all deteriorated. It was degenerated, right?
By worm.
It's covered with worms, isn't it?
By maggots. Yeah. Boo means maggot here. Yeah.
Yeah, maggots were eating it, right?
Yeah.
And then the row two, as opposed to the row May.
The upper part.
Yeah, where's soak? Look at the note there.
Poured into.
Yeah, the maggots were sawa.
They were in the upper part of the body. Like they were already inside it. Like the upper part, the maggots were inside. The outer part, they were kind of covering, right?
I think I made a mistake when I wrote this. I think the bottom part, the lower half of the body was already destroyed by worms, by maggots. And they were digging into and eating the upper part now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's much more description we've gotten before.
Yeah.
And he tongued all this.
Well, he saw all of that.
Yeah, and when he saw that, he had a ninja hlakpa.
He got especially strong especially powerful compassion, or
it was kepa in his heart.
Or it was in his heart.
Yeah.
Nice. That's great job, you guys. Tim, you did a great job. And Word, obviously, you're a great teacher of Tibetan. I'll All right, I gotta find a new victim. Is Adam around?
I'm
Hello?
here again.
Can you check Tim on the next section here?
Yeah, happy to.
Hey, Tim, make some idiotic mistakes, okay?
Punam Selna Punchi Maselna Kimochi Bar Nang
Bar.
Chiwar.
Iwer Nangway Rangi Lula Shache De Der
Le.
Le Shache Per De Bunam Lang Nonam De. I don't know how to pronounce that next word.
Don't care.
Wrong care. Asanta Shejawar Chinte.
Nice, very nice pronunciation. Thank you, Adam. Adam, you want to try take a shot? I'll interrupt you guys liberally. Boo, sell. Sell is a verb here.
So the boo was the worm, right? The maggot.
Yeah. If I sell those maggots,
I get rid of them if I take them away.
yeah,
them
if
away,
I
yeah.
literally if I clear them from the dog's body, the boos are gonna shiwa.
The boos are gonna die. Well, yeah, go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
Nope, they're gonna die. They're gonna be
Yeah, the
killed
maggots are gonna die. But if I don't sell them,
and the dog dies.
good. Kimochiwa. Nangwei. Why do they say Nangwa, you guys? Adam? Nangwa.
To appear.
Yeah, this is a loaded word here. Why?
Oh, because it appears that that's what's going to happen, meaning that it
Good.
appears like
Yeah.
a dog. Gonna
Yeah,
find
it's a loaded word here. Like maybe the whole thing's a cosmic play, right? So he decided to che up the sha from his own lu.
he decided to cut
The flesh.
flesh from his own body.
Nice. Okay. And he'll put the booze on that.
He'll put the worms onto it.
Yeah, and take them up that way, and they'll still have something to eat, you know. Nyam, what's nyam mean, you guys?
Think.
Yeah, he thought to himself. And so he chin. Last word here, chinte. He
Took them out, like, right?
this one means he went to, like Shirikaparo to Chimba, he went to the trunk here called Ajanta.
There's the city.
Yeah, there was a town nearby called Ajanta. And Tibetans say that the Sanskrit J should be pronounced Z, like Raja means king. And that's actually more correct. So I believe this is Ajanta, which is the site of the Ajanta caves nowadays, famous cave carvings. So he went to the town called Ajanta. And Adam, Tim, keep going.
Sekshang Tengwar Chukne, Serki Pudri Yarte. I don't know any of those words at all. That's wonderful. Dri Yarte, Rangi Lule Shache, Lakpe Langna Bunam Shi Dokte, Chensum Te Jak.
Good.
Jackie.
By the way, LJ is a prenasal. Njak.
Jack. Jackie Langpana Kimo Me Par Jason Utang Chepartone.
Yeah, by the way, I believe this is, I worked on this for a while and I couldn't decide, but I think this is Tepar. Okay, I'm going to put a question mark. So he needed a knife, but he had been in the cave for 12 years. He didn't have a knife. So he went to the town. He found, I think, a butcher shop. And he said, I need to borrow your knife because I got to cut I got to go back to the road and cut a piece of my body off. And the guy said, no way, I'm going to give you my knife. Okay. So the guy said, but if you leave me something of value as a, what do you call that? Collateral. Okay, so tepa, I forget the spelling exactly, but it means collateral. Okay, if you give me something of value, I'll keep it until you come back. It's like a pawn shop. And so sekshang means his extremely rare word, meaning his sage's staff, like Gandalf or, right? Has in the Lord of the Rings, this, I don't know, these magicians have a big stick, right? That they use to walk. So sekshang, and it was usually hardwood and it was valuable. So he, Master Sangha left his walking staff as a collateral and he took the knife. Okay, so chuk means he put down as collateral his walking stick and then he borrowed a serki puchi. Adam, chi, pu, ser.
I want to say, so poo is like a hair.
Yeah, pu
I
is
want to say
hair.
razor. So it's Sarah,
Yeah.
it's a golden razor.
Yeah, and supposedly it was highest quality. Gold is nice because you don't get so many infections. It's hard to sharpen, but so he borrowed. Yar means borrow or to loan. By the way, it can mean either one. It's just contextual, borrow or loan. So he borrowed. He got a loan of a golden razor, which is not going to cause infection so much. And then Adam, what's this say? Rangi lule shache.
He cut off some of his own body.
Yeah, he cut the flesh from his own body. And then he used that flesh to lung the booze out.
Can it draw or?
Yeah, to carry them to, he was going to put the maggots on his own meat and transfer them from the dogs. But then he thought, if he uses his lakpa,
Sand. Yeah.
if he uses his fingers, those boos are going to sheet.
Gonna die.
Yeah, they're going to die. Tokpa means to have a worry or suspicion, okay? Nowadays, it means superstition. He was afraid the maggots would die if he used his fingers to transfer them from the dog's body to his meat, right? Tokne. So it was gross. Because it was going to be gross, he chen sum.
Closed his eyes.
Yeah, first he shut his eyes. He said, I'm going to have to pick up these maggots with my tongue, but it's so gross. I got to close my eyes. So he closes his eyes, chen tsum, and jak is the honorific word for che, which means tongue. Yeah. And this langba is the active form of lemba.
Took up the maggots.
Yeah, he closed his eyes. He bent down towards the ground to lemba, to take the maggots up with his tongue and move them to his own meat. And then suddenly, Adam and Tim, Kimo met.
There was no dog.
There was no female dog. There was just Jetson is the short name of Jetson Jampa.
The Lord.
Lord. Yeah.
Lord Maitreya, standing there in the middle of
The middle of the
Light.
Light. No.
it was probably a Tawa.
A network.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
halo
right.
of light,
Yeah.
like a network of light. He tongue.
He saw. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tim is going to translate this verse for next time.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful verse, okay? And I'll give you a clue, Tim. It's whiny.
Okay, you got it.
Okay? He's complaining to Maitreya.
How have you been?
what the hell? Where you been? You know, what's taking you so long?
Kisha, would you give a highlight of this
Oh
class?
yeah, yeah, it's a good thing. Hang on. What's today? 6th. Right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my computer's not cooperating. Okay, good. All right. So just to wrap up, just to get Tim, you want to give a why don't you give a 1-minute summary of what we just went through? I think from memory you can do it. Yeah.
So Master Asanga requested empowerment, and when he dropped the flower, it landed on Lord Maitreya. So he has a special connection with him, and so he decided to go into retreat to meet him, to meet him so he could spread the teachings. And he had every 3 years or so, he was like, "I'm ready." He came out, and then he realized he wasn't ready yet. He had to work harder because.
Hey Tim, excuse me, I'm going to interrupt you. I have a tower of light here on my there's a tower. Okay, that's a real tower. Okay, Tim, go ahead. That's the sun coming up.
I forget where I was. Oh, so he keeps coming out of retreat, and he sees these signs of reasons he has to work harder, like different things of showing that if he just takes his time and has patience and works hard, eventually he'll see the results. And so after 12 years, he's like, "I'm done." And he goes out and he runs into a female dog who's on the street, and then he tries to take out the maggots and does all of those things, and then Maitreya appears in a trawa.
Yeah, which means that, by the way, the Sanskrit is jala, right? Jala, which means that the 12 years worked, right? Okay. Back to you, Uncle Nick.
Well, that's it for the morning sessions. Thank you so much, Geshe Michael and Tim and everyone who came and translators. So we'll take a like 8.5 hour break for today. And then we'll come back and we'll have classes on texts with Ben and Sugang and Word. So looking forward to that. And don't forget, starting tomorrow, there's going to be Tibetan basics class with Wordsmith in the morning, an hour early morning. So just check the schedule. And then there'll be yoga classes in the after the morning classes and before the afternoon. So put it all on your schedule. Stay healthy, stay warm. See you guys soon.
Okay, bye. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Geshe.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Thank you, Geshe.
Yay.